Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is my update for the Partners in Cream 2021 that was set up by myself and DaLin from Outward Processing. If you're interested in seeing how I did this time, and then just keep watching. Okay guys, so the last time I checked there was over 120 people, which is insane to me. But I'll have all of the rules linked down below, but I'm using 5 products at any given time. It's pretty much any product that is not a powder. I have one product that is a usage goal, and that's the only usage goal one I have in. So I actually hit goal on 3 of my 5. So I'm going to show you those, my progress, and then what I'm rolling in. So let's just start with the goals. So the first goal item I had was this Lyons Concealer and Corrector sample. And I finished it. I should have a close-up on the screen, but my God, guys, this was a push to finish. There is so much product in here, which is great for a sample because you really thoroughly get an idea for how it is. There's a green shade, a lavender shade, a contour shade, and then like an under eye corrector and 2 of those type of shades. So I use them all. The purple one took me the longest. It is a really nice cream and it's emollient, but it's too much for what I'm into right now. I find that I seem to kind of enjoy my blemishes looking through, with the exception of a pimple. I'll conceal under my eye, but for the sake of having a lot of product on my face, it just felt very heavy, but it's such a nice cream. So if I was into that, it would be great. But I just felt like I was very smothered. I had too much product on my face. So I'm actually glad to be finished it, but it's such a lovely cream. It's such a lovely cream, but I'm finished it. It was over 30 uses. I had to get creative and make a foundation concoction and everything because I was like, I need to finish this. The next one was my usage goal product, and that is the Laura Mercier Caviar Stick in Amethyst. This is like a deluxe size sample one. My goal was to use it 20 times, and as of the last update I had used it 10 times. So I used it a further 10 times this update. And it's such a lovely shade. It's such a handy one if you were doing a one and done. I'm not really a one and done person. I'm an all or nothing. It's such a lovely sheeny taupe shade. It's a sheeny taupe shade. I have oily lids and hooded lids, so I did find it would sit into the wrinkles after a while. And it's like not an intense shade, but if you were a one and done person, this would be so perfect for you. But it's, well, with the exception of what kind of lid you have, unless it like sits in there like it did on me. But it's such a lovely colour. I'm so glad to have gotten to try it because I always saw people use these and I wanted to know what the deal was. It's a cream shadow stick and I'm glad I used it. Okay, so my most exciting goal met this time is from my Natasha Denona Cream Blush and Glow palette. I was working on the cream highlighter shade. If I have it before, I will show you that. As of the last update, I had used it 13 times and my goal was to hit pan. And I hit pan. Haley guessed, I'll link Haley down below, I love Haley. She guessed that I would hit pan this update. I was like, really? Do you think so? So I used it 13 times and 19 times it took in the end to hit the pan. So I don't know if you can see, I should have a close up on the screen, but not only did I hit pan, but pretty much all of it is also flat. I love this cream highlighter. It is my favorite cream highlighter that I own. It is a subtle rose gold glow, like it's just so subtle, and even then it's not like an intense color. What is this? It's just beautiful, and I wish to the love of God I could get this exact formula because it doesn't accentuate textures, just a subtle sheeny glow, and it's just so gorgeous. So I hit pan on it and I'm so happy because I only got this palette last summer, which sounds old to a lot of you guys, but bearing in mind I've been panning for over 5 years, and that is new to me because I usually pan things that are old. So this is like panning something new. So I'm like really happy about this. It's so stunning. I love this palette. Can't wait to work on these powders. I'm excited to use these for something. Anyway, I hit my goal on this. Then for my 2 progress items, what were they even? Oh yeah, so nail polish. I have pulled in this Rimmel 60 Seconds Super Shine Rimmel London in 203 Lose Your Lingerie, and as of the last update this line was 5 uses and this line is 6 uses. I should have a picture up on the screen of what it looks like up close. It's really hard to use this because the brush, when I pull out the brush, the wand. It's not fully coated. So what I had to do is like pour a teeny bit out onto a lid and use that. I didn't waste even a smidge of what I poured out because I'd pour out a tiny bit at a time. I don't know how people get product. I don't commonly finish nail polishes, so I'm not really in tune with what people do to reach it. I'm also having this problem with a top coat. But anyway, this is where I am now. Do you think that I will finish it by the next time, considering I have exams and stuff going on? Also, I'm loving this nail polish I have on at the moment. It's a periwinkle. And from watching Christina Chang's videos, I feel like I've hit gold by finding a periwinkle. It's from Ciate. But anyway, this is it here. It is a nice kind of thicker wand. I personally prefer a thick wand because I'm just clumsy at doing my nails. So I don't know if you can see that, but it's like a thicker wand. And it is a bit streaky on the first coat, so it's definitely 2 to 3 coats. I think I generally do 2. But it's no longer streaky on coat number 2, but it is streaky on coat number 1. So happy about this. I'm so happy about this. I definitely think that if I'm panning a polish, I have to be careful on the shade that I pick, on making sure it's something I can use all of the time. I use it twice on my toes and every other time was on my hand. And I don't know if I said I used it 6 times this update. I'm glad that I'm not like really strict on the amount of uses because I do want to go through my other nail polishes as well. Then the final product before I show you my roll-ins was my lip liner. This is the MAC lip liner in the shade Whirl. I'll have here the progress. I didn't make as much progress this time, which is really weird to me, but I didn't and it's fine. It is a pencil lip liner. I prefer sharpenable pencil lip liners. I just do. This is not too creamy. I have it on today. It's not too creamy, which I love because there's nothing worse than a slippery lip liner. I have 2 lip liners from Colourpop and I find them just a bit too creamy for my preference. I do prefer a drier formula. My favourite lip liner formula so far that I've tried is Rimmel, even more so than the NYX. Yeah, Rimmel and NYX and MAC, which is unfortunate because they're the cruelty-free status, but they're my favourite so far. I do kind of just prefer a drier one because it doesn't move then, you know. You can get a nice crisp line. Really, really like this. It is, as I said, it's in the shade Whirl. I was working on this all last year and I made more progress on it this year than I did last year. So we're going to continue working on this until I finish it. For products I'm rolling in, so that means I have to pull in 1 usage one and 2 that aren't. So the first thing I'm pulling in is my Smashbox concealer stick, highlighter stick. There's 3 sticks in a pack, a contour, a bronzer and this. And I finished the contour last year. These are getting old, so I want to try and finish this year. And maybe the bronzer one? I doubt the bronzer one. I will sharpen it and I will mark it on a piece of paper. I had this in a chopping block and I struggled with what I can do with it. What I mainly do with it is cover my pimples. So I have 2 weird pimples at the moment that are exactly here. And then like since the pandemic, I seem to be getting them all here. So that's what I'm going to use it for. I'm not going to rush. I'm just going to use it as I need to. Most of my concealers are brightening. I actually lack anything that matches my skin tone. This is a bit lighter, but not too much lighter. And it's in the highlighter shade. It's a very creamy, very, very creamy. It's crap as a concealer under the eye. It's just useless. It makes everything look disgusting. It really does. And it doesn't look nice around the nose. It's just it looks lovely here, but maybe it's because it's older, I don't know. It'd be really good for like crisping up any contour lines. I think that is really the purpose of it probably. But for me, so far that's what I'm going to use. We'll mark it on a piece of paper and we will see how we get on. I want to finish that. I want to finish it. For the next one is this Revolution eyeshadow palette. The Chilled with Cannabis Sativa. Now I know you're going to be like, powder. No, not entirely. There is 2 shades in here, 2 that have the Super Shock formula. It's this one here and this one here. So oh my god, Acapulco and Haze. So I haven't actually picked which shade I want to do. So it's between this and my Super Shock shadows, but I actually hit pan on 2 of my Super Shocks this month. So I think I can kind of forgive myself. So what will go with my pan that palette more? Like, does this look like Adorn in my Subculture? I think I'll use this one here. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to insert a close-up on the screen, but I'm going to select this shade here to hit pan on. I'm sorry if I'm blinding you. There, and hopefully I can cover it up. I'm going to hit this, try and hit pan on this. Don't know, I've never hit pan on this before, but I have a dip in it, so we'll see. And I'll just do a little swatch again. Let me just, there. Can you see that there, guys? God, such a beautiful shade, isn't it? Absolutely love it. Is there super shock formulas in the other ones, I wonder, of this? I like the Makeup Revolution ones that are in the tin, and I am trying to hit pan on as much of my palettes this year as possible. So it'd be great to be working on something else. But yeah, so I'm going to try hit pan on that. And I better make note of the shade. It's in the shade Acapulco. How do you pronounce that? Wow. Then for usage, I'm going to pull back in this again, I know. Bloom Blush and Glow palette, and we're going to go back at this cream blush. Okay, so Dani, I'll link Dani down below. Excellent panner, oh my god. She pulled this into her panner's pan for me. How thoughtful is that? That's unbelievable. And I think she said she hit pan in 126 or 127 uses. And I know that I barely tap into that, so I'm not going to aim to hit pan on it. Particularly when I think I've used it like 30 times, so I'm 100 times left, which I'm not doing. So I'm going to try and use this 20 times and just keep cycling around, and one day we'll hit pan without getting sick of it, because it's a really, really intense shade and it dictates your whole look. It's kind of like panning a colourful eyeshadow, do you get me? So 20 uses is going to be a lot for me, but I'm happy that I'm going to be using it. So we're going to pull this back in and keep her out front and centre. Okay guys, so that means I'm going to be working on, we're going to be trying to finish the nail polish, hit pan on the eyeshadow, 20 uses on this cream highlight, and finish these two products. So that's where we're at. Thank you so much for watching. I cannot wait to binge. Now I am sitting exams, so it probably won't be until after them, but I'm looking forward to having something to look forward to. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you the next time. Take care. Bye.